dakshinam mukham te namang pahi nityam te namang pahi nityam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It's really. Hello, hello, coming.
He's doing something.
O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace. Okay, so we are back to our reading of the Shanti Gita, that song of peace. Arjuna got peace when his son was killed, and Krishna gave him the guidance to overcome this grief by the highest teaching like Bhagavad Gita. So this is also called the Shanti Gita. Bereavement, suffering is a part of our life, and this text teaches us how to find peace even in that odd situation. So, how to get out of this bondage? Bhagavan here, Krishna, suggested that you have to take 4 means to overcome this problem. That you have to take the path of Jnana, Bhakti, Dhyana, and Karma. So it's suggested, that's what is, as we said, that the principle upon which this Ramakrishna movement or Vedanta societies function, the idea of the harmony of all yogas. So here also Bhagavad in the Shanti Gita we got that idea, that verse number 25-26 we have read it. Yadi sarvang parityajyo, if you can give up everything, and then Mai Bhakti Parayana, you become devoted to me. Sadhanete ekuchittani, concentrating your mind, focusing on mind in the truth, and do your practice day by every day. And vidhaya karma niskama, you do work, but performing karma without any attachment, without any expectation. But there is an expectation. What is the expectation? Mat priti labho manasa. For only one desire, that you want that I should be pleased. You are doing every action to please me only. If you can do that, Moi Kritva Arpanang Sarvam, and then every action you do, every meditation you do, every analysis you do, or you concentration you do, devotional practice you do. So offer it all the results, offer it unto me. If you can do that, then Chitta Shuddhi Avaptate. You will then have your mind purified. And that with this purified mind, when the mind will be purified, what will be the net benefit of that? Na tato viveka samprapta. Then will come your right understanding. And with that right understanding, you will perform the spiritual practice. Your emphasis will come on spiritual life. We have so many duties of life. We always say, I have no time, I have no time. When the mind will be purified, you will feel that no other duty is important, only to know my divine self. That is the only duty. That will spontaneously come. Tato viveko samprapta, then sadhanani samachara. Then you will be engrossed in spiritual practice. And what will be that spiritual practice? Not to go to heaven, not to get power, occult power. Many yogis are creating big occult powers, curing disease, flying in the sky, penetrating the wall, disappearing from one point, appearing in another point. These are called yoga vibhutis. But this spiritual person will not care for anything but Atma Vasana, to know who am I, to know the essential nature of my divine entity, no? And he will be vibhutsu background, so he will be so restless to know that background is every anxiety, anxiously waiting to know this reality. Then he will go, then he will search for a guru, Sangsayat Sadguru. Then he will find out where is a teacher who can guide me, who can really lead me to go above these trifles of life, above these attractions of life, above so called duties and responsibilities of life. So, who will guide me? The duties and responsibilities are there. It is not making anyone irresponsible. But our duties and responsibilities have killed us. Our days and night goes on doing and doing. For what we are doing, we do not know. But if the same thing is done with the four yogas as has been mentioned now, then will come purification of the heart. And when the mind will be purified, that mind will seek for God and seek for a teacher and follow Guru Sangsayat Sadguru Pragam. That you will approach to his teacher who will be Dambhodarpo Doso Vivorjitam, pride, arrogance. He will not have haughtiness. I am great Guru, come to me, I will give you liberation now. Uh, Arrogance is not there. That type of Guru who is filled with knowledge and truth, Pragam, then you approach. And then Guru Sheba Rato Nittam Tosayat Gurum Ishwaram. Then you worship or serve your Guru, thinking that he is God himself by Nitya, every moment service. That means what Guru Seva means does not go and be a slave of your Guru, just that is not the point. But be slave of your Guru, what Guru has instructed. Follow that meditation process, think of that and adapt those ideologies and make it a point of your life that you will not deviate from those principles. Huh? So, and then Guru Shiva Rata Nittam to please the Guru because he will then, out of his kindness, give you the wisdom, the knowledge, the tidbits of spiritual life. It is not everything is written in the book. It is a spirituality, is a transmission of ideas, not ideas, transmission of spirituality. So that will come. And who is the actual Guru? Actual Guru is God. God will do that. Therefore, then what will happen by the grace of your Guru? If you can please your Guru, that's question, very serious question. How to please your Guru is a very serious question. Many people think that only personal service is Guru Seva. No, no, don't do. You come to Guru very close, then you damage your spiritual life sometime. Why? You see him as a human being. He is angry. Is this moment angry? Is this moment emotional? Like as a human being he is behaving. And if you think to be close to Guru, then you're disgusted with that Guru. This is the Guru I wanted. So don't be close to Guru, but rather be close to the teachings of Guru. Be that, and when you will have that tremendous spiritual practice, then you will see the greatness in your Guru. That will come, it takes time. So, Guru Shiva means to sadhana, to practice spiritual disciplines, meditation, the way Guru has told you, the mantra he has given you, the not editing anything in that. Give whatever has been instructed because that is genuine path described by the ancients and he got that and it is a tradition coming down. So Guru Shiva Rato, being engaged in Guru means Guru, what Guru says. Repeat the mantra day and night. That is Guru Shiva. Real Guru will be very happy that one's spiritual child is meditating and praying and inner and face is becoming beaming with joy in all odd situations, facing that challenge, you will be proud of that child, proud of that disciple. So this is the point. Guru Sevarato. Nityam Tosait. You will please Guru thinking that he is not a human. Otherwise, if you see human, then human result will come. Human experiences, human frustration, human all human level. But Ishwaram and Guru, God has come in the front of my Guru. In all tradition, Guru is very much adored that way. And what will happen? By Guru Prasadata, by the grace of Guru, tattatita bhavet tattam. That tattva, that truth, that realization of the highest will happen, which is beyond all truth. What is beyond all truth means? The relative truth. In this world, there is relative truth and an absolute truth. Relative truth in this world, we say, oh, he's a liar. No, he is a very truthful person. Meaning, in the relative level, he is honest and says what is right and does not lie. No? But this is relative truth. This truth is to be practiced fast. That's why in our Patanjali's yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Yama Niyama, what is that first condition? Ahimsa, Aste, Ahimsa, Satya. Second point is non-injury is a character and Satya, truthfulness is a character. But Tattachita, that truth is relative. That even is anything is truth in this material world is dependent on time, space, and causation. No, this truth. Today's context, something is truthful. No, tomorrow's context, it is not true. Today, science says this one true. Tomorrow, the science advances and says no, no, no. That is not the truth. This is the truth. So, but that absolute truth, if you reach that absolute truth, that is tattati tattva. That truth which is beyond all truths, all relative truths. Everything is true. People say, I got a God vision. Is it true? Well, yes, it is true. How? I don't see it. Yes, when your mind becomes pure, you see another, your mind goes in a higher plateau, and you see those experiences, what is there. If you take the common example I give, if you bring one TV, and all these, we see nothing here, no? Now in this room, we don't see anything. You put a TV and press channel 50, what will see? All the things going on, running, dancing, this, that, but I don't see it. But you can see it if you have proper tool. Similarly, in the spiritual level, as one moves into the higher and higher and higher degrees of development, these experiences, different visions and experiences will come. They are true, yes, true, but they are not ultimate truth. When the mind remains in that state, you see that. When mind goes into another level, you don't see it. So tattatita tattva means that is the absolute truth, which is unchangeable truth, which is nothing but Satchidananda Brahma. So tattatita tattva is labdha Guru Prasadata. Guru's grace, if really dawns in our life, then tattatita tattva, and that truth, absolute truth, which will never change, which is the absolute truth, Satchidananda, as stated in the Vedanta, that will appear. That will be here. Now, after that, Guru Prasanne Paratattva 29 verses, Guru Prasade Prasanne, when Guru is become pleased, Paratattva you will attain to the Param Supreme. That supreme truth will be realized by one. Tataha Kritartha, then you become really fulfilled. Your purpose of life is done. Krita Artha. Meaning, living a meaningful life is that when you realize the truth. So, Tata Kritartha Bhavavanda Mukta, and you become free from bondage of the world and worldliness. That's the goal of life. World and worldliness is not bad. World and people will say, why world is so bad? You are very pessimistic. World has so much fun, joy. You are cutting all everything, the beauty also. No, it has, but it is not permanent. Therefore, I cannot be satisfied there. There is the opposites are there all the time. Therefore, this bandhan is the bondage. What is the bondage? It makes me affect. It affects my heart, soul, my mind, my emotion, my body. It so much changes it brings in my life. So I'm not freed. I want to freedom. What we seek, every one of us seek freedom, freedom from all type of bondage. Bhavabandha is the bondage of the worldliness, which is the greatest bondage, because the world is not bad as such. World is God. What I see is all nothing but God. But I don't see because I see something else. I love someone, I hate someone. I'm excited with some situation, I am depressed in some other situation. So this is the condition, this is a bondage, because this does not allow me to be what I am. I am ever free, ever peaceful, ever blissful. That is my divine nature, real nature, Upanishads are declaring. So Guru Prasanne, the Gurus get so how they are bringing, but minimum Jnana Karma Yoga Bhakti is to be practiced. And if this practice is continued, then the mind will be purer and purer and purer. That's why we talk about Swami Vivekananda talks about unselfishness. He's not talking about spirituality. Feel for others. Do something good to others. Don't harm anyone by a word, thought, or deed. A very basic principle. But what does it do? It brings purification of the heart. What he said. And when purification of the heart will come, pure mind will always run for God. Simple thing. Impure mind will be away from God. As much impure, as much worldly, that much is far off from God. Even if you say something, Ramakrishna is preaching, and what a ecstatic environment in Dakshineshwar in presence of Ramakrishna. Huh? And these Calcutta Babus have come, they could not sit for 5 minutes. He's pushing, hey, how long here? Let's go out. His friend says, Ari, such a wonderful spiritual discussion. Where to go? Wait, leave me. And he could not tolerate. Within few minutes, he pushed him and he didn't work, so he get out and went into the to the good breeze in the fresh air. And the fresh air will be all the time. Ramakrishna will not be all the time. Uh, but he missed that chance, no? So this is the point. Why? Because chitta is not shuddha. And whose mind is, they run here on the IC. People are coming 60-mile driving, 50-mile driving for attending a class. Huh? And what is happening here, so many people in this area, even in the monastery we have people, they feel no necessity. Because it is all pure and I know everything and nothing is necessary. The attraction, you will feel a pull. It's not a matter of joke. It will happen. So that's why Chitta Suddhi Ravapate. But Chitta Suddhi will not come unless one does this unselfish work, prayer, meditation, and all these four yogas, no? And then that will lead to some real person, a spiritual person, teacher, and a guide. And Thakur said, Ramakrishna said, when you are ready, Guru will come. And actually, in our life, you look at that, in our certain point, somebody came in our life and then guided us. So it happens. That is the God's grace. No? And then Guru Prasada means Guru Shiva. Guru Shiva means service of Guru means Guru's instruction following and making their life blessed. Your life blessed and the life of others who come around you, their life will be blessed. No? Rabindranath Tagore said, যে পথের পুথিক সেও দেখে যাবে মোর মুখভাবে তোমারই বারতা হ্যাঁ এই সংসার বাতায়ন পথে বসে রব যাবে আনমনা when I shall be unmindfully sitting in the corridor of my balcony the পথের puthik, the passers-by who does not know me, I don't know him, unknown to each other, but he will look at my face and see your glory manifesting. That means you think, your mind, your face changes, your appearance changes. And they will be start low to see the glory of God. So that is the Guru Prasad. And that is the gain. Guru Prasada, Guru Prasanne, highest achievement will be Paradatta Lava, the love attainment of the Parama, Supreme, that Tattva, the truth. And that will make you Kritartha. They will feel that blessed I am born. You read that Astavakra Samgita. Nanno aham, krita krito aham. I am, what a blessing. I was born as a human being. I got the realization. I solved the mystery of life. I've attained what is to be attained. No? So, Bhavavanna Mukta. And Bhavavanna Mukta means, is it like that? A prisoner enters into prison and comes out. But here is another chance of entering into the prison again. But this knowledge, vimukta sangha, you become then, when you have this wisdom, you are free from all attachment. Nothing can attach you because you see the same everywhere. We attach somewhere where I find it a better manifestation. I am attached to 1 million. I can forego 50,000. Huh? It is, I'm attached here because I think it is higher. But when you see the same reality everywhere, paratattva, then where to attach, where to detach? Here you look, here is the same thing. Here you look, here is the same thing. So that's why Vimukta Sangha, Paramatma Rupa, your own divine supreme nature, you observe that, na samsarit. There is no more movement off from that. And so be punor bhavapt. You are not to be born again. You may think, and if I attend, then what will happen? Again, I have to be born. Yeah, if you are born, you will be born Brahmajnani. You will be born for the good of the world. Buddhism says Bodhisattva. The state of Bodhisattva, they remain only for the good of the world. Whenever necessary they come, like Vivekananda came. Ramakrishna pulled him down for the good of the world. See, all the divine entities they are coming. Even ordinary Jivan Muktas, by will of God, they are kept. And whenever he comes with his soldiers, attending forces. No? That this time Ramakrishna came is a Soshi and they are in Jesus Christ. Who are two? In the Jesus Christ's group. Soshi Maharaj and Sarat. So Soshi Maharaj, Sarat Maharaj means Soshi is Ramakrishnananda and Sarat is Sarvadananda. Ramakrishna said they belong to Jesus Christ. They were in previous life, they came with Jesus Christ. That means these people who are there only come down when Avatar comes, when God comes. To fulfill the mission, he brings his whole army, force of army. Rakhal, Swami Brahmananda, he is a playmate of Lord Krishna. Then who else? M and Balaram. M, the writer of the gospel, and Balaram, they belong to Sri Chaitanya. When this God came in the form of Sri Chaitanya, they are the associate. And Ramakrishna, the same God comes again and again. He selects these people to fight the problems of our ignorance in this age. The Guru's Guru, that's the Jagat Guru. So Vimukta Sangha Paramatma na samsarit. Will not be ever born again. Punor bhavabdu, to be born again and to suffer and misery. If you are born, you will be born with the eye of wisdom, third eye. Not that there will be one eye, but penetrating eye, what can be that eye will show the reality behind. We are blinded. What I see, these two physical eyes show your physical frame. And I think you are this. But the third eye will show you it is something else behind. And not only behind, it is that. In a state of experience, Ashtavakra says, Tarango, Jalabud, Fena, giving the example of the ocean. An infinite number of ocean waves and ripples and bubbles and foam and billows. They are nothing but water, water, water. If you have the knowledge of water, you see it is all ocean. Whether it's a small bubble, big bubble, or it's a tidal wave, or it's a foam, it is all H2O, H2O, H2O. That's the third eye, seeing the oneness in the background of diversity. সীমার মাঝে অসীম তুমি আপন বাজাও আপন সুর. Oh Lord, we are playing your own music of the infinite behind the finite. All these finite things is actually through background of that is the infinite. Infinity is getting to lurking. Infinity is lurking behind all this finite. And that vision becomes spontaneous for them. So they live in that consciousness, and that therefore there is even no birth. That is no birth because they see God with open eyes. Ramakrishna said, seeing God while only closing the eye, and the God goes away when you open your eyes. If you open eyes, see God, close eyes, see God. That means that oneness here and oneness there. And now, now the Gyanis who have attained to that state, they cannot just categorize them what their behavior will be there. So they said that they will be sometimes appear to be kaschit virakta, very detached, sometimes vishayo tyakta bhoga, they just away from any touch of world and worldliness, and sometimes you will find that they are engaged in luxurious dress, luxurious food, they are eating all these things, vicharati. And why it happens? You will see that they will be behaving differently. How will they? It is because of their prarabdha karma. You brought the idea. After knowledge, you attain the knowledge. Because you attain the knowledge, you will not just die. You will eat. You will travel. You will talk to people. Brahmagyanis, they don't die immediately because he realized God means dead. Realize God means they live in the world of art. And we go to them and get their blessings. We feel energized. So what they do, they live in consciousness only. Therefore, but how they eat, how they sleep, how they behave, don't have to think about like they're like us. Their inner connection with the body mind identification that has been cut asunder. As a result, body goes due to its momentum, past life's momentum, the life's momentum. So that is called the prarabdha karma. So that's it. Prarabdhat, vasana, so ichha, pravittir jayate nrinam. We are all, we are running because of all the things, because it is the impulse of the momentum of our past thoughts and actions. So Brahmagyanis, though their body identity has been severed, but the body runs on still. Uh, so they work, they talk, they teach, they sit, they eat, they make fun. Vivekananda, see, he's doing how much work he has done, but he has no body identity. One day he was going back and forth, no? And there is big mirror, and you're standing before that and watching him very well. And just coming back, and again came back and again stood. One lady was saying, Swami, what are you, what is going on? She said, I am trying to remember my face, but as soon as I turn, I forget. He has no body identity. He's trying to keep the mind in the body, but mind is shooting high up. There is no mind. So this is the state of affair, and that they do behave in the world because of the impulse or the uh, momentum of the past thoughts and past life action. But there is that will not produce any karma anymore. Pravittova nivittova pravuttantasya sarvadam. Everywhere, if you find a Brahmagyani is eating some things, or talking something. It is all because of the prarabdha and for the good of the world, what they do, because their purpose is done. There is no selfishness in them. All selfish motive is gone. So what they do only brings good. Even they scold us, it is for our good. Swami Brahmananda and others used to scold his disciples, no, for minor things. Even there is it is nothing, but to purify them, to make their defects go away permanently. So you cannot judge like ordinary, but they live because of their impulse of the prarabdha. And when prarabdham laksha sampanne, Ghatavas Jnana Janmato. When you know this, it's like a Ghata means the pitcher. It is a pitcher, I am separate. This is two. The table and me separate. This type of knowledge, when it happens, but still the momentum of prarabdham laksha sampada. Prarabdha when does not till the end reaches the end, this body continues. Sesastisthit. Huh? Given the example, the potter Samutpan Ghate Chakrasya Vegavat. Have you seen the potters, how they do their pottery? They rotate like that, right? And keep the clay, perfect clay. And their hand is so beautifully trained. They touch this way and the shape of the pot is coming and the mouth is coming and the beautiful things is coming and they bring out and place it. But even you take out this speed is no more. He's not stirring it or rotating the wheel when it's given, but it continues to rotate till it becomes zero at a point. Similarly, the body, it has an impulse. It started with some desire and activity and all things, but even that no more impulse. I'm not putting any impulse. It is all disconnected, but still the rotation continues till a time the body drops off. So similarly, Gani's body also seemed to work in the same manner as it were, only his internal attitude has been just changed. And it dies at a point when the person is to die. So this is very important point to understand that prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is prarabdha karma is we are all under the impact of prarabdha now. Let's say example one, suppose you trigger a bullet and you decide which is your target, no? So you and then trigger it. So when the trigger you have started, that force is impulse, it moves, pushes it into the target distance. But when it is done, out of you are not adding any force to it, but the bullet will run because of the impulse till its momentum becomes zero. So similarly, the life of any one of us is because of the momentum of the past life. But for Gyanis, though they have broken all attachment to the body, mind, emotion, and ego, but still it goes on, and drops one day. That's why it's called Bimuktascha Vimuchate. They are Bimukto, they are especially free. They are free, but become totally free when they leave the body. That's why they are called Brahmo Gyanis. When they leave the body, they are enter into Maha Samadhi, we call it. People say someone dies because he's entered into Samadhi. Or died, another language is Samadhi. But here is Maha Samadhi. That means they enter into eternal rest, not to come back. Because they have no reason or attachment which will pull them again back into their body and mind. Prarabdham vidusang partho jnanottaram nishatmakam. It is even the prarabdha theory, it is not true. There is no prarabdha. Who is born? Who is dead? And now comes higher philosophy. Ajatavada. The world is not created at all. But it is for Vidusha, for the knowers of truth, Gyanottaram, after the knowledge is done, everything is Misha, all false, all momentary, all meaningless. They don't see anything but God, anything but Satchidananda. So, therefore, Kurtum, this Natisayam Kinchit Prarabdham Jnanina. The prani, to the Gyanis, to knower of truth, the Prarabdha cannot do anything. They suffer physically to the body, but they don't suffer. Ramakrishna stroked cancer, and Hari Maharaj said that Ramakrishna said, oh, it is so much pain and it's going on. Uh, then Hari Maharaj said, no, sir, you are not suffering. And Ramakrishna was happy. He said, oh, rascal, the rascal has caught me. The rascal has caught me in the right point. That means, yes, so long he is in the body, he feels little touch of it. It is natural. But he is not there. Truly, he has no pain. What pain? Holy Mother said, people say so much suffering, so much problem in life. I never felt what is called suffering or pain. I used to feel always in my heart a picture full of joy, overflowing. And look at Holy Mother's life. If you read the detailed life of Holy Mother, how difficult was that? Physical pain, the torture of his relatives, Radhi, Maku, uh, Pagli Mami, all this crazy lane, and being with them and taking care of so many devotees going for their cooking, cleaning, doing dishes, this, that, preparing meal, this, and she says, and so much, even the villagers find her because she is breaking the laws of the caste system in the village, no, by taking the food plate eaten by lower caste. Huh? And she was fine and humiliated in that sense. But she is saying, I never knew what is called suffering. My heart was always overflowing with joy. See, this is the thing happens for them. So for the Gyanis, they cannot, this bodily trouble, pain, whatever happens, it cannot touch them. But Hari Maharaj's gross example, Hari Maharaj Turiyananda, having the carbuncle in the back, and wanted to get operation. Those days there is no such other sophisticated anesthesia like that. So doctors came and then he said, this is serious, we should put some anesthesia. But that means total body, no? But he said, no, I don't need it. You do your operation, tell me when and what time. And then they said, okay, we come and we'll do it. Well, it's okay. They started operation and nothing happened. He's just not uttering a single word. Is like a body like you and me, and then just cutting and doing operation long hours, and then finished. He didn't say anything, and then came back as if nothing has happened. And next another day, the doctors came and they tried to probably check on the wound and were cutting the stitches or something like that, and not telling him, just touched the knife, and he cried out. Uh, then the doctor said, "What is this? You did such a serious operation for some hour, and you didn't say a single word, and I didn't do anything. I just touched the scissor just to cut the body." He said, "You have warned me that day, so I have taken out my mind and put it in something, no? But you have not given me the chance." Because that is the point. He's saying, because prarabdha, so long you are having a little connection with the body, but they can withdraw the connection instantly. Like I can keep the paper here, I can keep the paper there. They can keep the mind in the body, they can keep the mind in God. That's finished. So it is not here. It is very common, no? Even here, I am talking, you are listening. Suppose in between your one thought comes and takes you to New York, then what will happen? You will miss those words. It is nothing. It is hearing. It is hearing. It is touching the eardrum, going to the brain, and the neurons are getting reacted, but your connection is off somewhere. So similarly, Brahmaganis, they have practiced such detachment such they don't feel any connection with the body and bodily suffering or bodily joy. So therefore, what happens? Tad deho arambika shakti bhogadanayo dehinam dadya jnanottaram bhogam deho abhasam vidayata. Hmm? So what happens? Tad deho arambika shakti. By the impulse with which this body has been started, this body has been created. No, it came in mother's womb, it grew. But before last life, what we thought, what you want in this life, one thought, and that has brought us here. What I am doing now, I may blame you or anybody for my suffering. Don't blame anyone. It is my desire has brought me here. I wanted. I forgot that what I wanted. And I didn't want at a time 20 things. I wanted one thing. I give the common example again and again that suppose you have one desire that you will go back to Philadelphia or New York. One word, I will go to New York in this flight. Now, just desire, I will go. And then you find what? Scanning, you go which flight available, what time available, and all this planning now. And then which is cheaper flight and that can take direct flight and all this consideration. Then you select one. So it is your selection. And then you select that time and you start from here. Okay, this distance, that time, it will take 1 hour, I'll go 2 hours early. Say all this calculation. Then you start. But you start here and you get into some big accident. Then you say, hey, my God. And you may lose that plane, or you are running with panting, with breath, no? The gate is getting closed. You didn't expect this type of running, this anxieties, this thing. Why did it happen? Because you selected a plane. Why did you select a plane at that time? It's your desire to reach a destination at a particular time. So all is having one desire to go, and this can be joyful experience, this can be painful experience. So in the life when we are here, whatever we desire, we do not know, but that trajectory is leading, throw a stone like this, and it goes in its own trajectory. Your hand, the force is done. When you throw it, that much is the force you have applied. But now your hand is up. It is not adding anything to that. But the stone is moving like that till it drops. That is called prarabdha. So prarabdha will continue. Therefore, the Deho Arambhika Shakti, what is the Arambhika Shakti? The power which has been given at the start of this journey of life, Bhogadanayo, it will give its consequent pleasure and pain experiences, Bhogadanayo, Dehinam, of the embodied being, Dadyas Gyanottaram Bhogam, will be giving that bhoga, that joy, after realization, Deho Abha Samvida, only taking not the body, but the reflection of the body. As if they don't think it is my body. It is a body, it's like a one person and his reflection. Reflection is not the person. So he feels it is happening in the reflection, not in me. My real me is unchanging. Nothing happens there. But you see, just imagine you are standing near a lake or a pool, and when the waves ripple starts on the surface of the pool, you see your body reflected, it gets scattered. Is it anything happening to you? But it is happening there. So in the reflected consciousness, reflected real me is reflected this, all these changes and suffering and pleasure and pain is happening. But Gyani knows, I am not that. I am here standing. Nothing has happened to me. So this is the uh, bhog. What it does, dadyat bhogam abhasu surire. In this reflected consciousness, a reflected body, bhoga danaya, giving all the good and bad, what experiences this body needs to be given, it given that, and then it gets detached totally. Dadyas jnanottaram bhogam deho abhasam vidhayata abhaso sharire bhogo bhavet. All this bhog means experience of pleasure or experience of pain, experience of anxiety, experience of boldness, whatever is happening, it is abhasa sharire bhogo bhavet. Why it is happening? Prarabdha kalpite, because of the impulse of the prarabdha karma, because of that in the imagination. Mukto gyano dasayantu tattagga bhogo. It's happening to us who are thinking, I am the reflected body. This body is me only. But this body is not. Real body is, it is a reflection. It is called the reflection theory. Abhasavad. Vedantic one philosophy. Abhasavad. Abhasavad is what? It is you are not, you remaining unchanged. Your reflection. And it is what you see, it is a reflection. We see ourselves in the mirror. If the mirror is carved as a concave, convex, or broken, it is broken, you can see your mind, your face is broken as it were. The concave, you look different. Convex, you look different. But is it anything happened here? Original face? It is in the reflected face. So all the suffering and pleasure and pain because of the reflected consciousness. And reflected consciousness, where it reflects, the mind is the lake. That's why Rajayoga says, mind is a lake. And in that mind, chitta vritti, and the vritti comes. No? So here, unchanging truth, remaining unchanged, that is real me. And what I am thinking as me now, it is a reflected consciousness. We get jumped, we get confused into two. Therefore, I think this is me, this is my real me. And anything happening to this body or anything happening in this mind, I am so affected. But with the Gyano Dasayantu, in the state of a person who has attained knowledge, Tattaggo, the knower of truth, what is happened? Bhogo Varjita. They become free and they don't suffer or they don't experience anything of this. It is the body mind experiences, but not them. This is the very key point of Vedantic thinking that whatever happens in the body and mind. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the spirit. So this is the in iti adhyatma vidyayam yoga shastre, this yoga shastra, this science of this yoga, in this self-knowledge, this scripture, Vasudeva Arjuna Sangvade, in the discourse between Vasudev Krishna and Arjuna, Shanti Gita, Panchamadhyaya, the fifth chapter ends here. We are revising it, so we'll start sixth chapter next day. I'm not giving this text to all of you. We are thinking that probably it may come out in a book form so that it will be all the original text, transliteration, word for word meaning, and also running meaning, and a little explanation here and there. We want to, probably it is coming out when it comes out, not today. Okay, so there is one question. When you speak of seeing God everywhere after enlightenment, do the eyes continue to see colors and forms, but the vritti is only in the shape of God? I think so. Uh, his question is that seeing God everywhere after enlightenment, meaning, does these eyes see color forms like we see? Is it so? Yes, we see Ramakrishna. When in Samadhi, that's okay. Forgets his body, he forgets the whole world. But when he's coming down, we never see that he's mistaking in delirium. With delirium, we can do. In our mental confusion, we can say, oh, Ram as John as Jacob. Uh, but with no Brahma, he makes a mistake in the relative plane. So name and form appears to them, and they recognize with much clarity than we do, but they see that it is made of wax. Ramakrishna gave the example wax museum. Now, wax museum is here, but Ramakrishna gave a wax museum's example. In the wax museum, everything is made of wax. The tree, the table, the grass, the water, the sprinkler, everything will be looking like it is sprinkler, it is a table, it is a plate, it is a chair, it is a floor, it is roof, it is everything. But everything is made of wax, 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 wax.
Ramakrishna saw it in National Museum, Calcutta.
Hmm. Oh, you saw it? Oh.
That is why he said.
See, in the National Museum, Calcutta, probably there was wax museum. I didn't know that. But anyhow,
Not museum, only wax. Some you are there.
acha, acha, made up something. So, yeah, you go to this wax museum here in Hollywood, and then there is other actors and actresses, they look exactly so. But at the same time, you go to the Last Supper, there is a table, Last Supper. There you find that the table, uh, not very polished table, as it probably used that time. The table is there, it is made only, it is, you see the table, but it is wax. You see the Christ and his disciples are all, they are made of, everyone is made of wax. Their beard, their eyes, their ear, everything is made of wax. Then the bowl in which they're showing wine and the bread, they're all wax. So you see wax, you see the bread, you see Christ, you see his disciple, you see the table, you see they're sitting in a bowl and our Last Supper, that sin, but everything, their eye is wax, 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 wax. Gyanis live in that consciousness. So they see two things together. They see it is table, they see the frame, form, color, everything, plus at least they know it is all made of one thing. Kathopanishad says, Agni Jatrikam Bhuvanam Pravishya Rupam Rupam Pratirupa Babuva Ekastatha Sarva Bhutantaratma Rupam Rupam Pratirupa Bahisya. Agni Jatha Ekam. That's fire. We can call it fire is fire. Agni Jatikam Rupam Rupam Pratirupa Babuva. If you throw, say, salt, the flame will look, color will differ. No? You put oil, it will be, you put a piece of wood. So according to the objective put, the color of the fire remaining the same, the power of burning remaining the same, and light remaining the same, but its color changes. So the color changes, but it is made of the Yogni Jatha Ekam Bhuvanam Pravishya Rupam Rupam Pratirupo. Ekastata Sarva Bhutantaratma. There is only one, that Sarva Bhutantar, who is the indweller in the hearts of everyone. Rupam Rupam, taking different forms. Pratirupa become Bahishya. Externally, they look like that. But it is all one. So that is the highest knowledge of Vedanta. And the Brahma guys live in that awareness. And okay, so if you have any question here. Hmm? Yeah.
There's a lot of people here today.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll have gospel reading and 7:30. Okay, I shall be there to be with you to read gospel. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Panamastu.